Hey guys, this is Funica on 1996, and I welcome you folks to another War Thunder video. Today I'll be flying the Hurricane Mk IIB. It's a quite quirky little tier 2 British plane, and yeah. This plane is quite early on in the British Tech tree. It's the first of the Tier 2 British fighters, and if I remember correctly, 2.0. It is a pretty decent plane once you get used to it. Of course, this is a replay. Usually I try to tape my videos live, but well, yeah. So I'm pretty much entering a very steep climb. I'm just trying to... oh, there we are. So what you want to do in this plane, and this applies to most British planes, is enter a quite steep climb, and usually about 15 to 20 degrees will be enough for a very steep climb, which sort, if you use WEP, bring you up to a pretty good altitude. There are several hurricanes in this game. There is the Hurricane Mk IIB, which is one of the first hurricanes with 7.7 Brownings, and it is currently modelled in War Thunder with 87 octane boost, which means no WEP and only 6 pounds of boost. This one is Mk IIB with 12 Brownings and various other goodies, including 100 octane boost with fuel, which gives you a pretty decent amount of boost, which is around 12 pounds. Then you have the naval hurricanes, the Hurricane Mk IIB and the Sea Hurricane Mk IC, which are both good but are missing their boost. So they too only have 6 pounds boost, and as a result aren't as manoeuvrable and useful as the Mk IIB. And then you have the premium Mk IIB in the Soviet tree, which is basically modelled off the hurricanes which was prior to the Russians under Lend-Lease, and as a result, got a few modifications as well, including the same fitting SPAC cannon and 2 Beresins, which did make the planes a bit lighter. As you can see, I'm coming up to 4,000 meters now, which is usually the ideal altitude to climb to in most low tier games. I have a good energy advantage over most of my opponents at the moment, but you always want to look out for any other folks who attempt to climb high or side climb and whatnot. Pros and cons of this plane. very good in a turn. It turn fights quite decently. It's not as maneuverable as the Spitfire, obviously, but it is reliable, and as long as you keep your speed below 400 kilometers per hour, because that's the speed at which this plane disintegrates, and is also the reason why I'm using flaps to slow my speed in my descent. It can be a very good gun platform, especially when you have tracer rounds equipped. The cons, it's not as fast as the Spitfire. Its damage model seems a little weak because a couple of matches ago in the Soviet Hurricane, which is quite similar to this plane, my plane's rear elevator was easily disabled, and yeah. Right, closing in my first target, which is the Mk IIB. As long as I stay behind him, I should be fine. I open fire but miss. So I pull flaps and I go into intercept. But I miss again. But that's okay, because I'm just about to pull a U-turn on him, thanks to my great maneuverability, and seal victory after a while. Draw rounds in this thing are decent, but you do want to watch the ammo. It does fire through its bullets quickly at times. Right, I managed to get a hit on this tail. I'm still spying, but I'm hoping to beat him, and he is dead.
User disconnected from your channel.
While I'm here, I'll lure another 4 from for those novel spots. What I'm about to do is not recommended in any RB match because the AA in War Thunder is very buffed as of patch 1.55, and as a result, if you don't play it safe, you can easily get your rear end in and seal. I'm only taking the south, so it proves to be less problem in my next attempt to take something down. Well, this time I was low on ammo. This is a replay force. I think I've got a couple of hits there, but like going again, and it is now entering into the dogfight. I'm using my maneuverability to try and keep on him. I think I get a few hits in them. Well, I got a few earlier, and that is my second kill of the day. Now I try to escape out of here, so I fairly easily, so I can easily avoid the AAA. The AAA seems to have lost track of me, so I have managed to survive. There are still a couple of targets left in this match at this position in the replay. The I-153 and the IL-2, but they both meet their end very shortly. I-153 has crashed. I'm going to assume that the I-153 crashed because either he was an idiot and didn't watch his altitude, or he exceeded a certain speed because the I-153s always tend to break their wings above speeds in excess of about 400 km an hour. The R2 has now also crashed, and one of our P40s has crashed, and this has now seemed to be a problem for me, but fortunately there's another twist of this tail which we'll have at the end of this video. So the conclusion of the story is the Hurricane Mk IIB is a good plane, worth flying if you're new or just want to spade a couple of planes. It also seems to be pretty good for arcade battles as well. A couple of weeks ago, I used it when I tried to deal with some tasks to try and get the B63 A10. Not the A10, the Premium C5, which did not go to fruition in the end because the tasks just got more and more difficult. Managed to take a lot of things out with the Hurricane, well, the Mark 1 way, but Mk IIB I got a few kills with it as well. This is quite slow. Unlike the Spitfires, the flaps on this thing are quite good. It has 3 notches, unlike Spitfires, which only have landing flaps, which can be a problem because if you try to open the flaps on Spitfires above 240 km an hour, they will disintegrate quite quickly. Whereas these have combat takeoff and landing flaps, which can be safely extended below 350 km per hour. They do prove of use because, as I mentioned earlier, the Hurricane can easily whip its wings above 400 km per hour, and I have done that several times with Soviet Hurricanes, so I'm not lying there. Coming in on approach, can run this thing quite slowly, but you want to try and keep your speed at about 150 km per hour on landing. You begin to lose control input at about stall speed appears to be at about 40 km per hour in this game, as I've found out, and that's in landing population. A good trick to use is try to keep a bit of power on the landings, and I've heard retracting the flaps is supposed to help a bit too. Right, coming in on approach. As you can see, I use a bit of power to try and keep the speed up. And I think this is about around the time the AAA starts firing, and we see the I-16, which is attempted to try and get some shots on me, but fails due to drive. And XP goes down like a little. For more of the story, don't go above the enemy airfield. The AAA will easily kill you. Well, that's the video. Thanks for being with me on this YouTube video, and I'll be back with another YouTube video at some point. Toodles.